everyone. I was recently asked how I'm doing during quarantine and whether I had anything to share with the community. So I came up with Bonnie's survival guide for quarantine. So in this, I'll talk about the 10 fears that I hear most during quarantine and the solutions to those fears so that we can live an empowered life during this time. So the very first fear is a basic food and shelter. So the safest way to get your groceries is to order online, or if you need to go to the store in person, go during the early hours or off periods where there's not a lot of traffic in the store, and to protect yourself while you go in the store. And worst case, if you're concerned about food, you can always try growing your own food. So I found a good use for these clamshell containers, which I can't recycle. So I planted some chia seeds, I planted a whole bunch of different edible flowers. Now it's gonna take a while to get enough food to really sustain myself, but it's a start. So being resourceful, and if you're concerned about money and your living situation, I heard that stimulus checks are coming, and so hopefully that will work out. I haven't gotten one yet, but I'll let you know. The second most common fear is a fear of getting sick. So, my mom used to always tell me, you can pick your friends, you can pick your nose, but you can't pick your friend's nose. So, pretty classic advice, keep your germs to yourself. How are we going to do that? With social distancing, staying 6 feet away from each other. But if you know, like when you sneeze, it can travel 30 to 40 feet. So, we really do need masks. So that brings us to number 3. A lot of you are more afraid of looking stupid in a mask than you are afraid of contracting a deadly illness. Now, if you're afraid to look stupid in a mask and you think, oh, people are going to think I'm weird, I'm not going to be cool because I'm wearing a mask, people are going to make fun of me. The solution is not to get rid of the mask. The solution is to up your mask game. Like, if you want to be cool and still wear a mask, then wear a cool mask, right? So if you go to the grocery store looking like this, then you could be like, yeah, I'm wearing a mask. So, right? You look like a badass. Like, no one's going to mess with that. You could even put like a little cellophane on the eyes. You have eye protection too. It'll be pretty cool. If everyone wore masks like this, it would be like Mardi Gras every day. So, let's talk about our fourth fear, which is the fear of getting fat. A lot of people are like, well, I'm baking a lot, I'm cooking and eating a lot, and I'm not exercising. Well, there's more and more online yoga classes, online Zumba classes. They do exist, and I will try them sometime soon, any day now. But you can also go for walks outside. There's fresh air outside, it's ventilated, so it's a lot safer to go walking on nearby trails. Okay, so that's number 4. Number 5, a lot of you are scared of being bored, or even worse, that your children will be bored and they'll be bugging you 24/7. So this is a great time to indulge in arts and crafts. So you can pick anything you want, painting, drawing, but I ordered these book boxes. They're made out of paperboard or paper mache. And then I covered them with wrapping paper and other decorative paper. And look at this. Isn't it gorgeous? Storage container, super cute. I'll probably add some gold trim or something. But anyway, good time to do arts and crafts. Good time to be creative. Also good time to purge. Spring cleaning. This is a great time to go through those boxes in your attic that you haven't had time to sort through and just clean everything up. It will feel good to let go of things. Just remember, does this spark joy? If not, get rid of it, right? You can also do journaling. Great time to journal. I just got this cute little journal on Etsy. So, no one should be bored and your kids can be entertained all day. Now, number 6, fear of losing your civil rights or of losing people's civil rights in general. This is a good time to donate and support organizations specifically that protect civil rights, such as the ACLU, and also just to support people who are more vulnerable in general, donating to Second Harvest Food Bank or other food banks. We need to be conscientious that there are a lot of people that are in less fortunate conditions than ourselves, such as those who are incarcerated and in detention centers. So that's where I recommend supporting the ACLU and other similar organizations. Number 7, fear of loneliness or scared of losing relationships. There was a time when people didn't always live close by. They didn't have the convenience of cars and telephones, how we do. So write letters and call each other, There are ways to keep in contact and to support each other during this difficult time. Difficult times can actually bring people closer together. So relationships are important. Just because we're socially distancing physically doesn't mean that we should break apart our communities. We actually need to stay connected. We're doing a lot of meetings over Zoom to keep communities in contact and writing and calling. Now, we'll get to number 8, which is actually probably the top fear I've heard the most common. A lot of you are afraid of waking up in the morning and seeing this. Empty toilet paper roll. So I've heard that people are waiting for hours and hours outside of grocery stores, and then there's no toilet paper there, and it's just all this suffering around it. So I want us to be more empowered when it comes to cleaning our butts. Okay? So if you don't have toilet paper, you can use tissues, you can use napkins, you can even use like gift wrap tissue, other similar things. You can make your own toilet paper. So you can boil your junk mail or scrap paper, boil it in water, soak it for a few hours, put it in a blender, roll it with a rolling pin. There's ways you can make your own toilet paper, adding, I think, some lotion or some baby oil or something to make it nice and smooth, and you'll be all empowered. I mean, if you really apply your creativity, there's almost anything like in the world you could wipe your butt with, like, photos of your ex. I mean, have fun with it. Those t-shirts that we have in Silicon Valley that have these tech companies and they all look the same and they're all the same shade of gray and you only wear them for sleeping and you have like 20 of them. Just cut them up and instant toilet paper, right? Great. So that brings us to our next fear, number 9, fear of running out of hand sanitizer. So I know there's a shortage of hand sanitizer. I'm going to teach you how to make your own. There's a lot of different ways to make hand sanitizer, but the simplest is to just comprise a solution of 60% or higher alcohol. So if you have a bottle of isopropyl 99% technical grade alcohol, which you can get online, and some food grade alcohol, such as rum or vodka, you just mix 2/3 of the hardcore alcohol with 1/3 of the isopropyl alcohol, and you have a 60% solution that you can put in a spray bottle. You can spray your hands, you can spray doorknobs, keys, any contact surfaces. So that is your hand sanitizer. Now, if you don't have any technical grade isopropyl alcohol, don't worry, right? There's other solutions. Actually, the simplest one is soap and water. You can literally put soap chips in a bottle or get liquid soap. Here's a couple brands of liquid soap. And you put this in water, and soapy water is just as good at decomposing the virus. So, how does alcohol and soap and water actually destroy a virus, right? So this is a coronavirus. That's what it looks like. It's kind of spiky. And in order for it to stick onto you, it has this fat capsule of fatty, sticky layer, which we're going to represent with this tissue. Let's say this is fat, sticky tissue that is the capsule surrounding the coronavirus. So the coronavirus has this agenda. I'm going to take over the world, right? So it gets into its spaceship and it's coming to attack you. But right as it comes to attack you, you have your soapy water or your alcohol. Not so fast, coronavirus. I have soapy water and alcohol. Ah, no! My spaceship! You killed my spaceship! And the capsule is dissolved, and the virus spills its guts into the soapy water, and it rolls right off. So that is the magic of soapy water and alcohol. And its ability to kill the coronavirus. Well, I shouldn't say kill. It's actually not alive. Its ability to destroy the coronavirus. Now, on a more serious note, we'll get to our more serious fear. Number 10, the fear of death. So statistically, 10 out of 10 people die and we're all gonna die eventually. So ever since the first Harry Potter movie came out and the Philosopher's Stone was destroyed, I cannot make anyone physically immortal. However, we can relieve suffering in this lifetime. So there are many paths to relieving suffering. I personally follow the Buddha's Eightfold Path, right? The Four Noble Truths, the Eightfold Path for relieving suffering in the world. But there are many other paths for transcending suffering, transcending this physical dimension. I highly encourage you to contact your local benevolent deity. I've heard that Ganesh is very popular these days. He's supposed to be very good at removing obstacles. If anyone has his contact information, you could just put it in the feed. Like, I don't know, is it like Ganesh or Ganesha@gmail.com? I don't know. So that's what I recommend. Get in touch with a higher power. Now, if you're purely atheist, you don't believe in God or even the universe or even any higher power, you just think when you die and that's it. All I can really offer you that will relieve your suffering is something like probably chocolate. So chocolate relieves a lot of suffering. Look, this is even purple. That sparks endorphins. I personally love Mayordomo chocolate. This is hot chocolate, Mexican hot chocolate with cinnamon. Relieves a lot of suffering during these times. So that's what I would recommend. So that's all I have for addressing the top 10 fears during this time of quarantine. I hope that you found some inspiration. So talk to you next time. Feel free to like and share. Bye.